When it comes to retirement, even small financial missteps can have long-term consequences. But with a little planning and awareness, you can avoid these pitfalls and build a more secure retirement. President of AAA Life Solutions, Renee Kennedy, has written a book on this and joins us this morning with some great insights on the topic. Good morning, Renee.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous this morning. Now, your book uses 4 snakes to explain financial dangers. What do those snakes represent?
You know, there's a lot of hidden dangers in retirement that people just aren't ready for. And so I decided to use snake analogies because I felt like it was like a rattlesnake in the grass that could catch people unaware if they weren't careful. So that's where the basis of the book comes from. The first snake represents Greedy Gus, represents the market. Sneaky Sam represents taxes. What If Willie represents like chronic illness and things like that. And then Doubting Doug represents what happens if you have missed opportunities because you procrastinate. And so it's just kind of a fun way to do finances for the average American that doesn't want high finance and charts and graphs and all those things.
Well, when it comes to retirement, people often feel overwhelmed. Why do you think so many people feel that way when it comes to retirement planning, even when they've saved money for this?
They don't know what to do with their money. First of all, they've just been told to work hard, put as much in their 401k as they can and save the money. And then they're getting all these mixed messages of, you know, buy and hold, or what they don't know is how to create buckets in retirement that will create pension, because that's what, you know, these buckets are made for, is to create an income plus growth, but you have to plan for taxes. So.
Well, you mentioned these 4 snakes earlier, the Greedy Gus, Sneaky Sam, What If Willie, and Doubting Doug. Which one bites people most often at first?
I would say Doubting Doug, because they think about it, they get ready to do some research, and then they never pull the trigger. So Doubting Doug is the first snake that that they need to overcome, which is make a decision, get some help, and then pull the trigger.
Yeah. What do you think that one simple step viewers can take who are watching right now to really start identifying the snakes in their own finances so they're better equipped to deal with those?
We go through some worksheets in the book to help people with that. So each snake has its own worksheet, and I think that would be really helpful. But the first thing they need to say is, what is the worst thing that could happen in the market? What's the worst thing that can happen with taxes? What's the worst thing that could happen with my money if I am ill? And a lot of them are taking care of parents or other members of their family that are ill. And then the last thing that they need to say is, all right, I've got to do something. So we can eliminate Doubting Doug pretty fast, but they just need to ask those questions.
Right.
It's really about peace and clarity. You know, that's what we want.
Yeah. Before we go, do you have any last minute tips or some advice you'd like to leave for our viewers watching?
Retirement planning really shouldn't feel terrifying like snakes. I'm not trying to scare people, but the only way to overcome your fear is to face your fears. So if they have emotional baggage from watching what parents went through, or they're just unsure, I think the worksheets in the book could be really helpful for them, and happy to help if they need us to.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
You can find more about the 4 hidden snakes that can derail your retirement, as well as wealth management advice at AAALifesolutions.com.